Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another comic book review. This time we're going to take a look at a few different books. First up, I want to talk about Afterlife with Archie number 3. So here's the cover. We got Jughead coming out, all zombie-like. Actually, Jughead's really not in this particular issue very much. We do have a really cool little headstone of Jughead right there, which is kind of cool. So this kind of continues where we left off in issue number 2, where they go back to Veronica's house. Her mansion, where it's kind of cut off. We start to see the news where things are going downhill. The president's referring to it as that incident in Riverdale. We also see that, what's his name? The guy that hit Moose. Yeah, Moose and Midge. We find out that Midge has been scratched, and they end up becoming, she's like, I just want to spend time with you, blah, blah, blah. The little lesbian girls end up burning down the diner, and they're going to take off to California on a motorcycle. Archie's going to go back to look for his family, go to escape. The mayor's a zombie, so yeah, it's pretty much it. The kids have a pool party, so it's kind of turning into a typical zombie, 80s zombie flick where they're going to have a pool party and the zombies come in. And yeah, it's pretty entertaining. It's continuing on the story, which I really do like. Again, it's got this nice kind of satiny cover to the book. So if you're not reading this, you definitely want to pick it up. It's definitely fun. And I'm not a zombie fan, so that's a pretty big thing for me. Next up, Forever Evil, issue number 4. And on the cover, we've got Luthor versus Batman, which is kind of a misnomer there. We don't really see them fighting in there. We see in the New 52, Batman bringing Catwoman to the Batcave for the first time. And she kind of makes some comments. We have this really cool thing where we've got Batman has weapons to take out all the superheroes in case it happens. Talk about Kryptonite ring for Superman. There's a Sinestro Corps ring for Green Lantern. A lightning rod from the future for the Flash. There's a mother box for... I'm not really sure who the mother box is supposed to be used for. I guess Wonder Woman. I don't know. And then... no, Wonder Woman's empty. Yeah, that's right. Hers is empty. Grid is who the mother box is for. And then Aquaman, don't bother. His is useless. Don't bother with Aquaman's because their Aquaman didn't come over, which is kind of funny. You don't really know what's in there. That might come up in another story later on. Who knows? So the bad guys are Luthor and Black Manta and Black Adam. All those guys are trying to come together. I like how Ultraman kind of snuffs out Metallo to get his kryptonite, which I don't particularly care for the way they've done that with him, but it is what it is kind of deal. We got a really great spot with Luthor and Bizarro. Bizarro gets his name. It's BZ0 or something. BZ0R is the designation name for the clone. And Bizarro starts calling himself Bizarro, and you have this bonding moment between Luthor and Bizarro, which is actually kind of cool. I kind of like that development. The two characters kind of come together, so hopefully in this universe, we'll really see those two, the kind of Frankenstein and his monster kind of thing, which is really cool. And then at the end, we have they're going after some Wayne Tech stuff, which Batman's already there. They start fighting. Power Ring shows up with some of the other bad guys, and they're going to attack, and then Batman pulls out the Sinestro Ring, which is pretty darn awesome, and it doesn't have enough juice, and Power Ring takes it. He said, Yellow Ring's not going to stop me, and Sinestro shows up and says, I beg to differ. So that was pretty cool. I think the next issue is going to be a little bit better than this one. This one really kind of sets up, I think, some things for them to strike back. Best part about this story, flat out, is Luthor and Bizarro. Totally. The last book I want to talk about in this video is Batman Black and White, number 5. Definitely dig the cover. I think it's very nice. Nice and glossy. There are some particularly decent stories The first story in the book here is called Hell Knight, and basically it's Batman. He has Alfred trying to kill him as he attacks the Batcave, which is very, very cool. Very well done story. There were a couple other stories that were so-so. The other story in this book that I really, really liked a lot was I Killed the Batman, which was very cool. It's kind of got this 50s look going on, and we find out at the end the woman who's doing the cartoon, she actually killed a guard in Arkham, and she was drawing the comic on the bed, which is very awesome. Very great story. I think that's probably one of the best stories that they've come about so far. There's a Two-Face story in here, and then there's another one at the very end that's kind of so-so. Really, those two, I think, are the best out of this book. So here it is, this week's kind of review. All just kind of pickups of continuing story arcs of the short series. Definitely, entertaining. If you've been reading them, you're definitely going to want to continue to read them as I kind of peek over the top here. But thanks for watching, guys, and look for more videos in the future.